I like to present an idea of what we call machine-actionable research articles. We've been in publishing for over 30 years, and we've developed an end-to-end set of platforms for publishers. So from submission of a paper to peer review to production of XML, HTML, all the other files, platform for authors checking proofs, and for final hosting or publication we can handle. We've worked with lots of clients, including large and small scholarly publishers. One of the journals that we handle end-to-end is the Gigabyte Journal, and it's a very forward-looking journal. I'd like to give you some examples from there to show what we want to do. So we love data and metadata, and so do Gigabyte. They're open access. We use open, fair data as expected. We love metadata, so as much metadata as we can, including persistent IDs where appropriate, ORCID, DOI, etc. Now, when you open a Gigabyte article, you'll see a lot of metadata around. If you hover over any of the authors, you'll see, for example, the credit roles, what that particular author did. You'll see the ORCID, where to find in Google Scholar, etc. Everything is held in XML and in a structured form. This gives us a lot of possibilities. For example, for multilingual content, the XML can have several languages. In this case, we have English and Portuguese. It's about the Brazilian Amazon. So if you click on this link here, you can select Portuguese, and this becomes the whole content becomes Portuguese. On the right, I've put some QR codes, so if you're interested in any of the slides, that QR code with your phone should go to the URL that you're interested in. It's structured content, so the XML can be converted to any other structured content. In this case, on the fly, it creates JSON, and you can view the article in a different way. You've got the text on the left, and you've got the assets on the right, and they're linked together. We can have interactivity. So here we have a table where each cell in a column is actually a three-dimensional interactive 3D object. This is all embedded within the XML and with any assets that come with it. So you can click on here and you can interactively look at this. And if you have a VR headset, that'll allow you to move around and see the image. Here's another example where you can rotate as you wish. It's a high-res image. You can zoom in and zoom out, and it's vector, in fact, so you don't lose resolution as far as you can go out. Nano publications, we can produce nano publications, and here's one for Gigabyte. Now, an article right now, the scenario is if you have a normal paper published, the article has a narrative, it has figures, references, tables, and if you're lucky, it has supplementary data. Not always very good, but better than nothing. And if you have a nano publication, these are generally separate things, right? So you have the narrative on the left and you have the nano publication. They can be linked, of course. So what we're thinking about is what happens if we have this in one object. So you have an article, we have something that is the article and the nano publication together. And one way to do this would be to extend the current XML to embed nano publications. So in effect, we're making a machine actionable article. As I say, extend the JATS XML to create nano publication, to add nano publications. So we have one structured format. It has the narrative and all the assets, and it has machine readable text too. The advantages could be that everything's in one place, so it's easier to handle. Machine chat GPT and machines that read text, they might be able to text mine with better accuracy because we have machine readable data in there. Figures and videos can be linked to external URIs, can be updated automatically. And we have full provenance of all the assets. Now this, I believe, will help with research integrity, which is a big, big problem in publishing now. So we avoid GIFs and PNGs and little items which are by themselves. Everything has a provenance. Now just the point on research integrity finally, if you're not familiar, it's a major problem in that there are paper mills, so-called paper mills, where you can actually buy authorship. You can buy a paper, they'll write it for you. There are people who reuse figures and data, even Photoshop figures. This has led to tens of thousands of retractions in the last few years, and we want to prevent that. In case you're interested more in research integrity, which is out of the topic here, but this QR code will take you to a presentation I gave recently specifically on research integrity. We'd love to hear any feedback or any ideas from you. Thank you.